they are able to pinpoint their biggest problem. Have you ever wrestled with something for so long that you finally gotten to the place where you understand exactly the source of the problem, but you don't have a solution to that aspect of it? That is where they are. And they will need God and God only to lead them out. God would use the same technology, the same method of operation that the Canaanites used in creating the technology that they're using against Israel. The science. Yeah. God will use it through Deborah. He will use Deborah as a vessel, and he would sprinkle ideas, words, commandments into Deborah. He would give her direction. He would give her ideas, and she would formulate a plan on her own by way of what God is downloading into her. To go amongst her brethren in the house to make it manifest. Deborah would come up with a play on her own. The Bible doesn't say that she spoke to anybody and cross-referenced it to anybody. The only person she's running it by is the man that she needs to get it done. She's so heavily invested in the success of this thing. She knows that it can come about. She is 100% sure that God is with her and that this is a word from God, that she comes and she summons Barak, the commander of the army of Israel. And he comes. This goes to show how she was respected. You think he showed up for everybody? She was a judge, yeah. But I mean, okay, you're a judge. You mediate disputes between people. Bravo. Barak is a captain of an army. Barak is the same man. I know many people try to make it seem like Barak wasn't all this and that. Barak was the same man that in the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 32, and what shall I more say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon and of Barak and of Samson and of Jephthah, of David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong, waxed valiant in fight, turned to flight the armies of the aliens. Barak was a major character. And listen to what happens when Deborah summons him. Listen. And she went and called Barak, the son of Abinoam, out of Kadesh Naphtali, and said unto him, Friend, hath not the Lord God of Israel commanded, saying, Go and draw toward Mount Tabor, and take with thee 10,000 men of the children of Naphtali and of the children of Zebulun? This is a big deal. Friend, what Deborah is telling Barak is an unalivement sentence if it goes wrong. And it is severe punishment. You think it's bad now? If you lose, it's going to be even worse. What she's telling Barak is that we got to squabble up. I don't know what else to say. We got to see Sisera. A woman. Deborah. She comes to the king of the army of Israel who is enslaved in another man's kingdom, who has advanced technology, sorcery, in a sense, that they don't have. And they're so intimidated by it that they're crying out to God, and they're limiting their walk in this man's kingdom because they're afraid of them. And this woman sends for Barak, the captain of the army, and says, God told me, friend, that you need to give me 10,000. We need to get 10,000 men. Listen. Of the children of Naphtali and of the children of Zebulun. This means that Deborah has been very active in her community. She knows who the warriors are. She knows who the young warriors are that are hungry. She knows who the older warriors are who still have it. She knows what area that they need to go head up at. I know where we need to see them at. I know what we need to do. She has a plan. And she's come to Barak. And she's told him, God told me, friend, to get 10,000 men and to coerce Sisera into this valley area. And with the children of Zebulun and the children of Naphtali that we corral together, we will defeat them. Squabble up. God told me it's time to squabble up. Squabble up. And I will draw unto thee to the river Kishon, Sisera. I'm going to bring him to you. Friend, the captain of Jabin's army, with his chariots and his multitude. I'm going to bring him and everybody with him. All that technology you're scared of, that science, it's going to bow down to you. Friend. And I will deliver him into thine hand. Now listen to what Barak says. This is the captain of men. Warriors. This is Israel's army captain. And Barak said unto her, verse 8, if thou wilt go with me, then I will go. But if thou wilt not go with me, then I will not go. Friend, he says, you got to know what's on the line. Everything is on the line. See, when everything is on the line, friend, this is when God moves the most. Everything is on the line. Women and children, lineages, everything. If it works, it means freedom. It means standing on your feet and getting off your knees. If it works, it means coming out of defense and standing up like a man and a woman that you were created to be and shining in the way that you were truly created to shine, in the way that you can shine now, but you're limited because you're on defense. It means ending this whole event, this whole cowardly standoff. It means leveling the playing field. leveling the playing field. Letting the true champion be able to show who they are by leveling the playing field. Taking away all of the rhetoric and all of the nonsense and letting it do what it do. Organically. But if it doesn't work, it means going from a bad situation to a worse one. It means loss. Tremendous loss. And the mighty man, the captain of the army, tells this one woman that has come with this plot, this commandment that she's saying she got from God, not by way of an angel, not by way of a Messiah, not by way of a prophecy from somebody else. She didn't need nobody to put anything on it. Oh, Abiathar, son of such and such, was with me. He heard it too. Or I read it in a tablet that we found in the temple. I put that on me. God told me, friend. We need 10,000 to meet us in the such and such at such and such. And that he's going to hand over Sisera and everybody else. They all going to come. Because you know how Sisera is. He going to come with all his multitude. He going to bring all of his chariots and all that kind of stuff. And they're going to become overcome in that valley. And Barak says, I'll go if you go. He said, I will go if you go. How do you buy into such a thing from someone